Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. I'm Kevin Shea, joined alongside by the head coach of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball team, Bill Gibbons. And, Coach, two tough games. We started the league season now, and it's kind of like one of these scenarios where if I told you this, you'd probably be happy. If I told you that in your first two league games, you'd have 4 players scoring double figures, you'd be like, perfect, we'll take it, we're 2-0.
Right.
But instead it's 0-2. And you've had that. You've had 4 players scoring double figures on your team.
Right, and it hasn't really been our offense, although anytime you lose a couple games, it's, as a coach, you're always looking at both sides. But it stemmed from our defense and rebounding, and we said in that 5-game winning streak, Kevin, and even the last non-conference game against Bryant, we played great. But we defended, and we rebounded, and we blow out a pretty good Bryant team at Bryant. But then in the 2 league games, the Colgate game, we did not defend and rebound as much as well. And then down at Lafayette, they really shot the ball well. And we dug a hole and fought back to get to within 1 a couple times. And then they just made some plays, so you got to tip your hat to them. But there's a long way to go. But yeah, if you had told me that we'd have 4 in double figures in both games, I figured we'd be 2-0. Instead, we're 0-2. But got to coach them up better, and we've had a couple great practices. But now I wish back, we were bouncing back with the Mercy Center or someone. But although they've beaten us 25
right, exactly.
years,
they're undefeated.
but we're playing the best team in the league by far, Lehigh, down there. But maybe that's best to go back down there and let's go against them and try to right the ship against Lehigh at Lehigh.
Right, go against the Iron. And in terms of rebounding, that Colgate game, you out-rebounded them by a ton, both on the offensive glass and total, too.
Right, but we gave up too many offensive rebounds, and they always seemed like they were at key times.
Right.
So even though we had 13 and they had 10, the 10 they had, maybe 4 or 5 of them led to open threes or whatever. So sometimes, what did I say? There's lies, dirty lies, and statistics.
That's true.
Sometimes the
That's a very good point.
statistics don't always tell the story. And it was toughness, our freshmen have been playing well, but Avery got out kind of tough for a loose ball by a senior on them. They hit a 3. We had a loose rebound, and Janae, who played well, just coming back, just goes off her hands, goes to them. They kick it out, another 3. So there's 6 points right there in a 1-point game in the second half. So league games are going to come down to that, and hopefully we've learned from it.
In terms of shooting percentage, is there a percentage that you look for overall in maybe 3-point range that you say, okay, if we're shooting 42% and above from the field, we're good. 38% and above from 3-point range, we're good. Is there a number that you look for?
I think it's an overall number, and it's funny you say that. I think 42% is our magic number to shoot as a team. And conversely, we try to hold teams under 38% overall, field goal percentage. And the other key thing in the two, and I told this, and I can hear my Father from heaven saying this, that outscoring teams from the foul line is key. And in the non-conference, we had made 146 free throws. Our opponents had attempted 132.
Wow.
So we had made more than our opponents attempted. And in the last 2 games, our opponents have made more than we've attempted.
Yeah, I looked at that Lafayette game, and you just didn't get to the line much at all. That was one of the notes that I wrote down.
We were 6 for 12. And they were 20 for 28, and therein lies the story. So my dad always talked about that, obviously, turnovers and cutting down your turnovers, but outscoring teams from the foul line. So that's when I have the thing that we want to make more than our opponent attempts, and that's a key that we've got to work on and get better at.
And we'll get into it in the next segment too, whether that is going to the basket more or trying to feed the post more. We'll take a quick break, but we'll get back with more of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show right after this.
With my Bay State Savings Bank mobile app, I don't need to drive to a local branch to deposit my money. I can deposit a check just by taking a picture on my phone. Anywhere, anytime. Done. I just saved on gas and saved myself some time. It's a win for everybody.
For everybody?
For everybody.
For everybody? For everybody.
For everybody.
I know.
Bay State Savings Bank is proud to sponsor the Friday Night Football Frenzy. Bay State Savings Bank. We take banking personally.
Sullivan Group is an insurance and risk management services firm based in Worcester for over 60 years.
Our company values? Our family values.
Committed to our clients and finding them the best solutions.
Committed to being independent.
Committed to our community.
We live here, we work here, we volunteer here. The Sullivan Insurance Group.
Committed to excellence.
Wachusett Wine and Spirits, where you'll shop in comfort one of the area's largest selection of over 1,500 domestic, international, and craft beers. A wide selection of fine domestic and international wines for any occasion, as well as unique premium liquors and handcrafted spirits. Wachusett staff is committed to exceptional customer service and finding specialty items for their customers. Visit WachusettLiquors.com for monthly specials and gift certificates. Route 12 West Boylston, across from the Manor.
Percy's is a proud sponsor of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. At Percy's, we've got it all. Appliances, electronics, televisions, and more. Percy's, 19 Glennie Street in Worcester, right off of Gold Star Boulevard. Visit us online at percys.com.
Providing our customers with the highest level of quality, service, and value. Poochie's Fine Jewelry, 205 West Boylston Street in West Boylston.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, Coach, when we left off, we were talking about getting to the free throw line, attempting more free throws than your opponents, or making more free throws than your opponents attempt.
Right.
And we talked about, okay, how do you do that? And is it to get people down on the block and get position and call for the ball and keep feeding the post? Is it people getting guards to penetrate? Is it a combo, or is it getting your bigs to turn and attack the basket? What is the recipe?
Yeah, I think it's all of the above, but I think obviously getting the ball inside, and when you post up or go towards the basket, don't avoid the contact and be shooting fadeaways all the time. Don't become a jump shooting team. George Blaney was big on that. We can't just be a jump shooting team. You're never going to get to the free throw line, and it's a game of make or miss.
Right.
So you've got to get the ball to the goal and concentrate on making the shot and get fouled, or and one, or get to the free throw line and make two. So I think it's more being aggressive offensively, getting the ball inside, going towards the hoop, and then penetrating and getting to the goal as guards and getting fouled. But most of the time, if you look at stats, the winning basketball team outscored the other team from the free throw line.
When you had a great non-conference schedule and you came into league play on a roll and playing some really good basketball,
Right.
The first two games you lose, do you almost have to pick everyone back up? Like, is it more of an emotional thing where you say, okay, listen, we're still the same team. We gotta get back up here and get up off the deck? Is it almost like a punch in the gut where you're like, whoa,
right?
We were playing so good.
So well, yeah. It's psychology 101. We talk about basketball 101, but for coaches, it's all psychology. And I've talked to my brother Tom. I've talked to my brother-in-law Mark. Alisa is certainly in on those conversations. How do I get them back? And it is, you got to build them back up. And I'm not one of these guys that's going to break them down and kill them. They know them. Now, we came in this morning to watch the Lafayette game, and my assistant coaches had broken it down, and it was constructive criticism. But at the end, building them up, and we went back to basics and had a great practice today. So I'm still optimistic, and this is happening with 16 games to go, not with 2 games to go in the Patriot League. So maybe the saving grace is this little lull that we've had is happening this early, and I'm confident that this group will fight its way out of it.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. If you look at the glass half full versus half empty, you say maybe also it's good to have it right now when you're still not in class, where you're still, school is still out for another week or two.
To work
so
on
you
things.
have time that you can, okay, listen, let's just recenter ourselves, refocus ourselves. You know, we can do a team bowling event. We can do something to get away from the court a little bit, and then we can also just rest and energize where you're not trying to do it while you're juggling school.
Right, exactly.
And then
Which
saying,
makes it a lot harder.
right, like, okay, hey, well, guess what? We're on the road in 2 more days, and I know you got class and finals and everything else and whatever. We got to try to cram it all in.
Right. I guess that is the saving grace. You're right, because once you get in that routine, you hopefully got things going well, and you're locked in emotionally and physically, and we got to get them there, and my staff's doing a great job. And again, I'm a glass half full guy. I think that's the best thing anyone can compliment you can get. And I remember a reporter saying that, and I mentioned that if you're a glass half full guy, that's a good way to go through life. So I'm looking at the glass half full, and hopefully now can get the girls back on track.
In 2 games now, it's 2 games throughout the league. Everyone's played 2 league games. What have you seen from the league outside of the two? You played Colgate, you saw in Lafayette, so you've seen them up close and personal. But through film, box scores, what have you seen through the league now?
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of film yet, but I've seen box scores. But BU, who had a terrible non-conference, goes to Bucknell, who went and beat them by 10 yesterday.
Right.
So it's wide open. Lehigh certainly is playing the best. They're 2-0 and they've had 2 blowouts. So we got them ripe for an upset tomorrow night. But and then I don't think there's any other undefeated teams other than Lehigh. They might be the only undefeated team right now. Oh, BU. BU was undefeated, and we got them coming to the Hart Center. So, but BU was picked 8th or 9th, and they're playing well. So, the main point is I think it's going to be wide open. I think Lehigh will come back down to earth a little bit. They're playing very well now, and I think BU will come back down. But I would say right now 3 or 4 losses will get you first, and probably 5 or 6 will get you certainly in the top 4. So it's going to be a wide open league.
Now you have had some injuries, and you always talk about trying to find that rotation of 8, 9 players. But you have players that are just coming back, just a game or 2, 3 under their belt. So to some extent, I'm sure you're still kind of juggling it to find.
We are, exactly. That's a good point, Kev, because Janae Faulkner's coming back now off the injury and has had 10 or 12 minutes, had 16 to 18 minutes, but she was a starter last year. Plus we have Maddie Dembski. The 2 freshmen, Madison Dembski and Alucia Zema, both played 11 minutes, and they had 14 points between them and 10 rebounds in only 11 minutes. So I've got to find a way to get them more minutes.
Right.
So we're doing some different things, and you're right. I'm trying now to get that 8 or 9 rotation set, and we worked at that today at practice. But that's a good point. As a coach, you want to go into your game knowing what your rotation is and being confident in it.
And I'm sure, and how difficult is it to find when is the right time to sub, when is not? Like obviously, if the other team's going on a 10-0 run, okay, we're going to sub.
Right.
But when the game's an ebb and flow game, okay, this player's playing well for me. This player seems to be hitting their shots. Do I take them out now and rest them, or do I ride them because they're seem to be playing well?
It's always a game-by-game thing in matchups, and that's why you can't really substitute by the clock, I don't think, at our level and say, well, she's going in now. Well, what if that other girl is hot as a firecracker? You can't take her out of the game. So it's a feel, but I've been doing this long enough, and my assistants help me with the sub, and then I think we'll be all right. But that's a big point. We need now getting healthy to get down to that good 8 or 9 man rotation, and game by game see what the best group is to play to get a W.
All right, we got another break, and we'll be back with plenty more of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show right after this.
With my Bay State Savings Bank mobile app, I don't need to drive to a local branch to deposit my money. I can deposit a check just by taking a picture on my phone. Anywhere, anytime. Done. I just saved on gas and saved myself some time. It's a win for everybody.
For everybody?
For everybody.
For everybody?
For everybody.
For everybody.
I know.
Bay State Savings Bank is proud to sponsor the Friday Night Football Frenzy. Bay State Savings Bank. We take banking personally.
Percy's is a proud sponsor of the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. At Percy's, we've got it all. Appliances, electronics, televisions, and more. Percy's, 19 Glennie Street in Worcester, right off of Gold Star Boulevard. Visit us online at percys.com.
It's Meze Greek Tapas Bar and Grill, Worcester's only authentic Greek tapas, 156 Shrewsbury Street in Worcester. The Fix Burger Bar. Handmade burgers, elixirs, and shakes for whatever ails you. Mark Bernier is your Worcester area Edward Jones financial advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, college, or protecting your financial future, give Mark a call at 508-755-1213.
Hi, I'm Rocco DeVerti, owner of Enchanted Fireside, Worcester, Massachusetts. Enchanted Fireside is a hearth products store. We sell gas burning, wood burning, and pellet burning stoves, fireplaces, and inserts. We help you with designs, we do the full installations, and we do service should you need it down the road. Our management, sales, and service staff are certified by the National Fireplace Institute in wood burning products, gas, and pellet burning products. Come and visit us at Enchanted Fireside, 728 West Boylston Street in Worcester.
Before or after the Crusaders hit the court, come on down to Bentley Pub in Auburn, Route 12 near the junction of the Mass Pike. Visit us online at bentleypub.com.
After the game, come on down to Flip Flops on Main Street in Holden. Good food, good friends, good times. Flip Flops on Main Street in Holden.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined by Kathryn, Pedi, and Kathryn. First, we'll just talk about earning the scholarship too, and how emotional was it? How gratifying was it? You know, you put in all this great hard work, and you had such a couple of great seasons, and to earn the scholarship.
It was definitely very exciting, and then to be able to, once I signed like officially the document, the team had a little celebration for us in the Hart Center, which was nice, because I'm sure they had signing parties and stuff like that, so they made it special.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then you and I just talked before you got on camera about the three-point shooting, because you've been instant offense, and since you came on campus, hitting threes with great proficiency. And was that always your game in high school, or did you kind of work on it more here in college?
I think coming in freshman year, they were like, that could be your role, you know, being someone to be able to shoot the three. So I think I just kept working on that. And so I really focus on that. So that's basically what I do now.
And Coach has talked about the alumni mentoring program, and tell us who your alumni mentor is, and how the program works and how it's worked for you.
So my mentor is Jeanette, and who I'm also somewhat related to. But basically, you're able to just reach out to them and ask them any type of questions, because she's been through it all. So she can give any advice about the season, about basketball, but also can help you with connections for after college.
And
good.
then coming from Chicago, how different have you found Massachusetts and Worcester? You know, I'm sure in terms of the weather, it's not that much different, but maybe the driving, maybe Chicago still has that nice Midwestern hospitality that you get.
I do get that a lot, that maybe the Midwestern, like people in the Midwest are a little nicer. The driving, people in Massachusetts are a little crazy. Language, I always am told I have an accent, but I think they have an accent. So, like Coach Gibbons, I think he has a pretty thick Boston accent.
He definitely does. No, I think some of the words he says are tough to, you need like a dictionary almost, like you need to be able to Google, what does this mean? That's perfect. Kathryn, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's Kathryn, Pedi. We're back with more right after this.
With my Bay State Savings Bank mobile app, I don't need to drive to a local branch to deposit my money. I can deposit a check just by taking a picture on my phone. Anywhere, anytime. Done. I just saved on gas and saved myself some time. It's a win for everybody.
For everybody?
For everybody.
For everybody?
For everybody.
For everybody.
I know.
Bay State Savings Bank is proud to sponsor the Friday Night Football Frenzy. Bay State Savings Bank. We take banking personally.
Antonio's Pizza by the Slice, located in the heart of Worcester at 268 Chandler Street. Visit us online at www.antoniospizza.com.
Wings Over Worcester, right in the heart of Worcester at 1 Kelly Square. Order online at wingsover.com. The Hilton Garden Inn in Worcester is a proud sponsor of Holy Cross Women's Basketball, conveniently located on Major Taylor Boulevard in Worcester. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by Tavern in the Square, now open in Lakeway Commons on Route 9 in Shrewsbury.
The Flying Rhino, a unique gathering place offering an eclectic mix of food and drink in a cool, casual atmosphere. Located right on Shrewsbury Street in Worcester.
Quinn's Irish Pub on West Boylston Street in Worcester. From appetizers, lunch, dinner, or our weekly specials, our pub selections are a must on your night out.
The Bagel Inn, 785 Main Street, Route 122A in Holden. Open daily at 5:30 a.m.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined by Nicole Morris. And Nicole, first we'll talk with roommates, because it's most of the players on the team don't room with someone on the team. You room with Lauren Manis, and what's it like rooming with someone on the team? I'm sure at times very good, and at times maybe you both want to get away because you spend so much time together.
Right. I definitely like it. We vibe really well, so we definitely help each other with basketball, non-basketball stuff like social life, academics. At times, so we definitely support each other really well, but at times, you're right, it does get very claustrophobic in the room. So we do take our space apart from each other. We'll go to the library to study apart or something like that. But it's definitely nice. I like it.
And you're a twin. Your twin sister, Lindsay, goes to school in Pennsylvania. How often do you guys talk, and how much of a sounding board is she for you?
Yeah, we do talk every day. If it's not FaceTime, we send a little text to each other, just asking how our day went, because we're so used to talking to each other every day throughout high school. So she's a nice support system to have.
I'm sure it helps too, especially to have someone away from the basketball team, and maybe even just away from campus too, that can have a different perspective on things.
Yes, she definitely gives me a different perspective, gives me a different type of support than my teammates do, so that really helps.
And we talked about one of the major differences between high school and college is the lifting, all the work that you guys put in the weight room. What was it like when you first got here? How beneficial has it been? I know you got Coach Oliver working with you right now. How beneficial has that been to you, and what kind of an eye-opener was it coming from high school? I'm sure it was just like, hey, I just show up and play, and I can score, and I can do what I need to do.
Yeah, in high school we didn't lift at all, so coming in it was definitely an adjustment, but you notice it helps right away in the game. Like finishing under the basket with contact, it helps. Loose balls, it helps. You just feel stronger, bigger, faster, because the girls here are stronger, bigger, faster than high school. So it's definitely very beneficial to have lift.
And you guys are on Christmas break right now, winter break. How much fun is it to be like a professional athlete where you don't have to worry about school? It's literally just basketball and, you know, maybe watching film or lifting and hanging out together as a team.
Yeah, Coach says it all the time. Winter break is basketball 101, just breathe, live, basketball, no studies, no other distractions. So it's really nice. You can come to the gym whenever you want. We watch film, practice, lift, extra shots. It's really nice.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Nicole, thanks for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's Nicole Morris. We're back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm Rocco DiVerti, owner of Enchanted Fireside, Worcester, Massachusetts. Enchanted Fireside is a hearth product store. We sell gas burning, wood burning, and pellet burning stoves, fireplaces, and inserts. We help you with designs, we do the full installations, and we do service should you need it down the road. Our management, sales, and service staff are certified by the National Fireplace Institute in wood burning products, gas, and pellet burning products. Come and visit us at Enchanted Fireside, 728 West Boylston Street in Worcester.
Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by Qdoba Mexican Eats.
It's Meze Greek Tapas Bar and Grill, Worcester's only authentic Greek tapas, 156 Shrewsbury Street in Worcester.
Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. O'Connor's Restaurant and Bar, 1160 West Boylston Street in Worcester.
Visit us at the Commercial Fruit and Garden Outlet. Personalized fruit and gift baskets for the holidays or any occasion. 1050 Southbridge Street on the Worcester-Auburn line. Beautiful to look at, delicious to eat.
Welcome to the Compass Tavern. At the Compass, we offer a delicious menu featuring the best American style and New England dishes made from scratch in our kitchen. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or special celebrations, the Compass Tavern is the place to go. The Boynton, 117 Highland Street in Worcester. Visit us online at boyntonrestaurant.com. Portions of the Holy Cross Basketball Show are brought to you by the Texas Roadhouse, Lincoln Plaza in Worcester.
Chick-fil-A in Worcester proudly supports the Holy Cross women's basketball team. Come on down to our brand new location at 80 Gold Star Boulevard in Worcester.
Cowbella Restaurant, Pizza and Catering Service. Located at 402 Grove Street in Worcester. The best caterer for 4 years running. Welcome back, everyone. Well, Coach, looking at the schedule you have coming up, you got Loyola, you got Navy, and then BU. BU's the alumni game, and I know the alumni game is always one of your favorite days when you look out on the court, and whether the alums that are still playing, but then the other ones that are there with their families and their kids, and how much fun that is.
Right. Yeah. Becky Flynn was at the Lafayette game down there with her 2 kids. It's awesome to see them. She can't make it to the alumni game, but I think we got 20 or 25 alums with their families coming, so it'll be a great day. That's always a special day to see those girls come back and you know, meet their kids and see how they've grown and everything. That's a real special day for both Lisa and I, and looking forward to that. And it'll be a big turnout. It's the BU game. It's the Turnpike Trophy game. So really got that one circled on the calendar for January 19th. Doubleheader with the men, which love the old-fashioned doubleheaders on Saturday too. So the next 2 Saturdays, the 12th and the 19th, are both doubleheaders. We hope the fans can come out and support both teams.
Yeah, those are fun. Like as you said, kind of going back to the old days where you could come in here and just watch 2 great basketball games, and the Worcester community can come in, or youth teams too. And I know that's what you've always been big on. But the youth teams can come in and they get to see the kids play, and you get to see these Division I athletes playing, and then they're all accessible after the game. If the kids want autographs, they'll talk to them and give them autographs.
Right, that's the best, and I think these girls have to understand that they are role models for some of these young girls that aspire to playing at Holy Cross and look up to them. So the meet and greets and stuff are excellent, and we love doing that, as well as the community service that the girls are doing, especially around this time when they have the time. They're going to Visitation House today and have done Be Like Brit, and of course our Mercy Center game, we got to try to end the skid against the Mercy Center.
I'm betting on the Mercy Center, as I always do. Now, getting back, we'll bring it full circle to the defense, and you talked about the defense at the top of the show, that you want your defense to tighten up. Is it from a team defense standpoint? Is it from an individual defense standpoint? What is it?
That's a good point. But I heard Brad Stevens say the other day when they were talking about the Celtics defense that if one guy is not doing his job on defense, our defense is poor. So it's got to be all 5 playing as one. So I gave that quote to the team that all 5 of you have to be doing your job to be a great defensive team, whether you're man-to-man, whether you're zone, whatever. But we've been harping on that. You have to do individual breakdown on closeouts and get better at those. But it really comes down to playing 5 as one, as a team defensively, and then go finish the play by rebounding it. And we're best when we're rebounding and getting out in the break. So we'll keep working on those things, and I'm confident we can get back on track, Kev.
Perfect, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us again, and best of luck this weekend on the doubleheader and into the future as you roll along here on Patriot League play.
We'll see you down the road.
For Bill Gibbons, I'm Kevin Shea. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you at the Hart Center real soon.